It is now 8:30. I'd like to call this meeting to order. First would be a motion to approve agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, if you please join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, at this time, public comments.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
I just had a brief comment.
Go ahead, Isaac, if you'd like to announce who you are so they can hear you on KMA and
Yep.
everywhere else. Thank you.
So yeah, my name is Isaac Lampa. I'm here on behalf of the Shenandoah Hills Wind Project. Just had a brief comment this morning. I want in a brief request as well. So the Shenandoah Hills Wind Project followed Page County's ordinance for our wind energy conversion system. The project was approved by the board in August, and we're perplexed and don't understand why there is such a delay in the road use agreement and the decommissioning agreements. We provided draft agreements for both as early as January of this year, and they were based on the templates of your ordinance. And so we accepted, your attorney's revisions. I received verbal approval from the board that there would, be a vote. We verbally agreed to those red lines of these agreements, and Dan Litchfield, one of our other representatives of the company, sent those signature pages to the board on Saturday. So we're confused about why there is a delay. We're withholding that formal approval, we believe is unreasonable and contrary to your ordinance. Quoting your ordinance here, section 5.1 on roads says the applicant shall enter into a road use agreement substantially in the form attached to this ordinance with Page County prior to start of construction, and Page County's approval and execution shall not be unreasonably withheld. And so section 5.3 says the same thing on the decommissioning. So just mainly saying, we don't understand why there's a holdup. We're requesting an immediate vote on this. We do understand that there's some notice requirements for these, so then Thursday would probably be the quickest way to get a vote, but that is our standing and that is what we are requesting at this time. So that's all I had to say, but would want to answer any questions that the board has at this time.
I don't have any questions. No, I don't have any questions.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
Anyone else have public comment? Not JD, you're farthest away. If you'd like to come up and join us.
Good morning, JD King, Page County Engineer. Fine winter morning, Page County. The engineer update was developed this morning, and I'll send it to you in email this afternoon. Once again, our operations are weather dependent. Today we're burning brush and cutting brush. There are no blades out, no trucks out. Tomorrow, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday. We're gonna be burning, cutting brush and bringing the shear into operation up on K Avenue. Last week, we did have the trucks out in the afternoon, Thursday afternoon, following that little snow. And we did not go out on the weekend, except to view some roads, the maintenance superintendent and I. We do have some plow trucks in the shop for repair, minor things. Blew off intercooler hose on 45. There's a brake issue or air pressure brake issue on 50, 55 has some hydraulic leaks. And we're getting an alternator on 10 and 46. Other work going on is the work at 280th Street is shut down from now till after the New Year's holiday. The work on 820 or the bridge repair northwest of College Springs should be wrapping up today, or at least this week. Work on the raise grant. Oh, and I'm getting mixed signals from the Essex guys. Somebody tells me they're off, including Christmas and New Year's. And then somebody else told me they were gonna be working if they could be working. So I'll check on that. Responding to a raise grant request for information is one of our priorities this week until we get the grant submitted in the end of February. They did change the numbers. They asked for a revised estimate, and they didn't use it. So what they have us in for is $3 million, or 80% of that. And I'll be working on the next year's budget program as we talk. Questions for me?
On the Essex Bridge, what is not Essex Bridge, on the Shamrock? How long, what's their guess, how long it'll take to put that back, I forget.
The which one? The one east of Shamwell?
Shamrock, what's the estimate,
It'll
spring,
be spring or summer.
summer, so it'll be out until,
It'll be, I do not anticipate open the traffic for the spring planting season, but it'll be open for the harvest.
and what on the bridge there, this, at College Spring, did they think it was better or worse when they got into it, was working on? What did they find?
It will be legal. I checked with the consultants, plus we have shortened the spans with our extra vents and extra pile vents. And we replaced the springer that was broken. So it's still the same width
Yeah,
as it was, but it will hold legal loads. Anybody else?
No, I hadn't had any calls for rock or anything in the last 10 days, so
It's frozen.
I know.
Thank you.
Plenty cold. Thanks, JD. We're a few minutes early. Angie, are you ready for discuss, approve the claim of the county tax health certificates? Or will you be able to bring those up on the screen? He's working on it, okay?
Ready for me?
Sure.
I received a letter request from Milan Sorensen, the city attorney for Essex, to assign 2 county health tax sales to the city so they can develop these lots. So 707 Burlington Avenue and 800 North.
And they've done everything they need to do with you?
Everything they need to do with me at this time, correct? And then once they would go through the remaining steps after they would get that process done, then they would come back and ask for abatement of those taxes.
You said the address of the first one is?
707 Burlington Avenue. And the second one's 800 North Avenue. There's been a county held tax sale on the 707 since 2006. And a county held tax sale since 2022 on the 800 North Avenue.
Okay. Any questions?
Was that a feed bunk on that Burlington property? What was that structure? Huh?
that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It's a boat.
It's a
Oh.
boat trail.
Oh, okay.
This looked like a-
I make a motion that we approve the 2 tax sale certificates as requested for the city of Essex.
I'll second that.
Okay, been a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, yep, betcha. Right here. Sure, it's kind of risky. Yeah, that won't cost me too much, will it, Andrew? Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Gibson is not here yet, has he shown up anywhere? Okay. We'll put that toward, we'll hold off a little bit. You thought Ron was going to be here?
Yes.
Okay. We'll put that one on hold. And I haven't looked, is Wendy online? Wendy Mueller from West Central.
Yeah, I don't see her,
I don't see her listed
but she's a call in.
anywhere. Well, we'll hold off on both. We don't have any claims. You guys want to look over your minutes and be looking over those now, that way we can have that ready to go here in a bit.
On the minutes,
Mhm.
I have a couple of things. I went ahead and just to kind of add some definitions I made, I wrote in what I wanted. If you want to, a couple of things. I can explain them here a little better than now.
Let me finish this, the line real quick.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ron. We'll let you get signed in and get your coat off, and then we'll go to the next item, Ron. Take your time. Our next item up is to discuss the VA Commissioner applications to fill a vacancy. And just at this time, we have just one application that's been received at the courthouse, and that is from Pam Belknap. Mr. Gibson, being the chairman of the commission, do you have any, Mr. Gibson, do you have anything that you would like to add? Are there any other names?
No, that's it.
That's the only application that has been received?
Yes,
Okay, do you wish for us to, got you two commissioners here, do you wish for us to go ahead and make an approval this morning?
yes, we do.
Okay, okay. I left the applications on your desk. I personally have known Pam Belknap for about 42 years. Very nice person. She's been very involved in our community in the veterans. I personally strongly support Pam. I think she'd be a real good addition to the board. So I'll let you two, if you have any questions or concerns or whatever.
I too have known her for three decades probably, and we don't have any females on the board now either, do we?
No,
So gender balance is important, but Pam is fine individual, I have no problem.
yeah, Pam has a good medical background. And she runs on the board of the Veterans Museum there in Shenandoah, so. Very,
Yeah, she's been very active and,
yeah, so I think Pam did a great
yeah,
job.
and she has a strong interest.
Yes,
So. Okay, next item up is to discuss approve the VA commissioner pick. Would there be a motion to approve Pam Belknap as our new VA commissioner to fill the open spot?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, been a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. If you wish to let Pam know, Ron, okay, if she has any questions or anything, feel free, tell her she can talk over here and I'll give her directions on what else she needs to do. So,
Okay,
thanks.
When's your next meeting, Ron?
When's your next meeting in January?
yes, in January, second Wednesday, or second Thursday.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and thank you guys for all that you've done. That was a very good meeting I attended here in December. A lot of progress, a lot of positives. It's the VA is really, our center has really picked up action in the Page County, so great. Okay, do we have Wendy online yet?
Yes. Good morning.
Morning, Wendy. Are you ready to go? We're about 10 minutes ahead of schedule.
Sure, that's fine.
This time I'd like to introduce Wendy Mueller via Zoom. Wendy is the director up at West Central Community Action. And Wendy, talk to us. We've got-
All right. So good morning and thank you for letting me join by Zoom. I appreciate that. It is just want to express my sincere gratitude and thank you on behalf of West Central Community Action for your continued support. We are asking for $4,000 this year, which is an increase of $500 from last year's. We've not asked for an increase since 2016 and would appreciate any additional funding that you could provide. We do use the funding in the county to help fund outreach services, any local match requirements that are needed for programs that serve Page County, and any additional funding needs that may be needed. I would also really like to thank Alan for being on our board. He does a great job and he's very supportive. So thank you, Alan, for continuing to be such an amazing board member. And I also would like to just thank Linda Ash one more time. She retired in June after 38 long years of service to West Central Community Action, and she did a fantastic job. And I just want to thank her again for serving Page County for so long. You should have a packet of information in front of you. Brittany did mail that out. So do you all have it? Great. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight a few things. First is the client demographics, and this is information all based on fiscal year 22. So we did serve 727 households, which consisted of over 1,500 individuals over the last year. Of those households that we served, 46% were single households. 56% had an income below the 100% federal poverty guideline. 52% were on a fixed monthly income. 45% were between the ages of 18 and 59. And 53% of the households rent their home. So if you want to go on to services, which start on page 3, we'll talk about Head Start first, which promotes school readiness for children ages 3 to 5 in low-income families by offering a variety of services. We operate 2 Head Start classrooms in Page County. One's in Clarinda and Essex through partnerships with the Clarinda Community School District, as well as the Essex Community School District, and serving a total of 16 children between both locations. We also have Early Head Start, which provides support to low-income infants, toddlers, and pregnant moms and their families. And we operate a home-based option in Page County, which served a total of 7 children. We also have Child Care Resource and Referral, or CCR&R, which is available. Their services are available to assist families in selecting childcare options that best meet their needs. They also work with home providers and centers to participate in the quality rating system, which really improves overall care. And they also work with community and businesses to find childcare solutions. So there were 18 childcare programs with a capacity of over 630 spaces listed with CCR&R. 3 of the 6 child development homes were participants in the quality rating system, and 5 out of the 8 centers or preschools were also QRS participants. We have CACFP, which is the Child and Adult Care Food Program, which really promotes good nutrition, positive eating habits in children who are in registered family childcare homes. We had 118 children that were enrolled at 6 home providers that participated in this program during fiscal year 22. We also have weatherization, which helps low-income households increase their overall energy efficiency. We had 10 households that received almost $284,000 worth of weatherization services during fiscal year 22 in Page County. Then we have LIHEAP, which is the Low Income Energy Assistance Program, which helps qualifying low-income homes pay a portion of their winter heating costs. In Page County, we had 547 households received assistance of almost $300,000. Those LIHEAP approved households also received 2 additional supplemental payments for an extra $180,000. And then we also have crisis intervention payments, or ESIP, which really helps with furnace repair or replacement, helps with service continuity or any disconnects. We assisted 88 households for $77,000. We also received ARPA ESIP funding, which assisted another 109 households for a total of $85,000. So in crisis alone, we spent over $160,000 in Page County to help clients. We also had a new federal program this year called LIWAP, which is the Water Assistance Program, which helps low-income households with past due water or sewer bills. And we had 49 households that received assistance for almost $20,000 in that program. And then on Page 6, we have FADS, which is the Family Development and Self-Sufficiency Program. And this program really works with at-risk families who have children and who are at 175% and below of poverty. FADS specialists really provide intense case management to participants and really help meet their goals. And we had 10 families in Page County that benefited from that program. And then on Page 7, it just shows the program dollars and the value that go directly to clients and local vendors, which totaled over $1.4 million this past year. And then Page 8 just shows the admin and delivery costs. And we want to keep our admin under 5% and our delivery under 20%. And we accomplished both of those things. And then Page 9 is just a summary. And as you can see, over $1.7 million worth of services were provided by West Central Community Action for Page County. And again, on behalf of the employees and the board and myself, I just want to thank you for your continued support.
Hey, Wendy, I've got a couple of quick questions.
Sure.
On the child care resource and referral.
Yes.
Do you know why or what kind of reasoning we're getting for not everybody participating in the QRS program?
Because there's a lot of people don't want to do it because there's a lot of requirements. There's a lot of things that providers have to do. And there's all different, and there's different levels. So you start at 1 through 5. And sometimes it takes years to get to level 5. So they might be a level 1, they might be a level 2, but it's a lot of work. And so sometimes we have a lot of providers that aren't even registered. So just because of all the hoops that DHS makes you go through. So it's a constant battle to try to promote and make sure that they're getting on the QRS system. CCR does a really good job, but you have to have the provider who wants to do it too.
And then on these final metrics here, 1.4 million, how does that compare to last year? Do you know?
So it's $420,000 more this year than fiscal year 21. And a lot of that is due to the additional LIHEAP assistance that we received from the feds. So we were able to help a lot more clients with crisis assistance. And we served approximately 50 more households this year than fiscal year 21.
Super. That's all I had. Thank you.
Okay.
Wendy. Jacob, anything? Okay. Wendy, thank you very much. It was an honor and a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to serve on the board for the last almost 5 years plus. Thank you very much. And thank you for doing such a great job of leading West Central Community Action. We really appreciate it. So.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So you all have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, this time, board communication. Anything new on jail studies? That's been a question I've been asked a lot in the last few weeks, and I keep forgetting to bring it up.
Nothing has happened.
Nothing,
No,
okay,
no meetings, I guess, at all about
okay.
that. I thought there should be one maybe end of the year, but it hasn't happened.
You heard anything, Lon? Jail studies, anything from associates? Okay. Canopies, anything new there to report from last week? Okay. I don't think there's anything else on the minutes.
We made some notes on the minutes.
Yes, yeah, yeah. No, I just read through those. I don't see,
See where I'm trying to put it there.
yep.
It's just adding to it to make it make more sense.
Mhm.
So you read it and understand what's going on. We know we were here,
Mhm.
but just, that one place, this is okay. I was trying to read like that, but just,
So basically.
just add,
He discussed more details and options for potential remedies that could be done without architectural fees.
Kind of explain.
Add that after, the sentence that ends in are needed,
I think so.
okay?
And then the other, there, the next page is, it says that, counties have the right to protect, the safety and property rights of their residents.
Mhm.
I know it's a money laundering scheme. Well, I did say that in the light of the context. So either just scratch that or give the context to what it is, a federally subsidized thing. So I added what I would put in if you want to leave it or scratch it. Well, I think I said, you do on the bottom there.
Well, I think it probably should stay in, but
Okay.
you could,
Because when we talked about that, I defined what.
right, yeah, add some more context to it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just put down the bottom what that means. I still put the team thing in there, but I just explained why. The other thing is just to comma after that dispatch console. To make that make more sense. Scratch out dispatch for the console, remove the console.
Of course, just to be clear there, if and when dispatch does move from its current location, it's gonna have some sort of console, the cost would be the same, whether it's a new or old console.
Or if you start with the new one, then would be my thought on that. You wouldn't have to move the old one and just be able to set up in the new spot. Anyway, that just kind of clears that up, I think. Well, I just tried to write it down so it made more sense when we looked at it. That's what I know.
Okay,
Okay.
can you get that, I mean, that.
I'll pass this up to, you got, okay, I'll pass mine up to Christie. She can look through, and then if she has any questions, Jacob, she can verify with you.
Okay.
Have you had any contact with Shenandoah regarding their ordinance or their
No.
changes or anything either?
I have not.
Okay.
I looked at that last night and was reading over those. I have not. So their issue, they're going to do an ordinance? Are they
No.
working on it or?
No. All they did was they sent in a resolution in the same way of, against
In the domain?
against the whole process of what they're doing based on the fact, and I didn't see the resolution, but based on that it was going to affect their water source. And they do not want the carbon pipeline to affect that. So that was their main concern. And whether or not I'm not sure, I don't know where the city limit boundary is out there.
Where it switches from them to us or
Pardon?
where it switches from the city to the county?
Yes.
Who is Roger the main one to talk to? Who's Roger?
Roger or AJ. AJ would actually probably be the lead person. He'd probably have more knowledge of what they would need assistance in. AJ Lyman, who is the city administrator, and you can get a hold of Roger, and I'm sure that those two would probably set up time to visit and answer any questions. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what they can legally do without Fremont's support. So, it's very,
Wouldn't that be on Fremont's side?
it's on Fremont's side, but yet we have jurisdiction of Johnson Run, we handle that. So it's a very complicated shared affair there, so.
So your question about the city limits, the map shows that
Is that
is it Shenandoah City wells are
in the
in the
limits?
city limits, it
Okay.
looks like.
So the city could write an ordinance, I would assume, but we could not write one, although we could write it with Shenandoah because I don't know if our ordinance would stretch into the,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah, that would be a good legal question.
That's a
So,
intersection of everything there.
yes, yeah, so, okay. Did those minutes make sense, what I just handed you?
I was.
Okay, okay. Oh, sorry, okay. Well, if you have any questions on the minutes, Jacob can explain where he wants, so I don't have anything else on board communication. I didn't have anything at all during the frozen tundra time, so,
No, everything was shut down.
yeah, so,
And we get thawed out.
gonna be thawed out by Friday. So, okay. Be a motion then to approve the minutes with the three changes.
So I'll second that.
Okay, been a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anything else? Jacob,
I don't
anything else?
I'll make
Okay,
a motion to adjourn, I guess.
okay. Second. So moved.
Thank you for your service.